this show on the road. Shit, different day, I be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away, hop a train, hop a flight, and ride. Tonight, I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Caught out at home, do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool, I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too little, slow down. No, me and when they see me out, book it 'cause I'm not waiting around for you. Let's fuck it over. Miami, let's fuck it over. Chicago, let's fuck it over. Reno, let's fuck it over. Houston, let's fuck it over. Atlanta, let's fuck it over. Tokyo, let's fuck it over. Brazil, let's fuck it over. London, let's fuck it over. South Africa, let's fuck it over. Korea, let's fuck it over. New York, let's fuck it over. Toronto, let's fuck it over. Paris, let's fuck it over. Nigeria, let's fuck it over. DC, let's fuck it over. And Vegas, let's fuck it over. Trees, new beach, we be out on the coast. Swimsuit, two-piece, catch me doing the most. Eating good in Perry, grab a glass, make a toast. Alive, just living like it's my life. In these streets, music playing all night. Hawaii, I found my peace on a mountain tip line. Australia stole my heart, and the natives are fine as hell. Oh well, let's spend it all too. Let's take this show on the road. Shit, different day, I be bored.
Hey, everybody. It is Tea Talk with your girl. It is Drop the Tea, Sassy TV from the 803 and Sandra P. And we are dropping Xtra Sassy Tea Talk. Hey, y'all.
What's up? Hey, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
What's up? How you guys doing today?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
How y'all
Hey, ladies.
doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all
Had a
ladies
good day.
okay? Y'all listen.
Just
Life happen and we don't start exactly when we say we're gonna start.
no,
Life happened, you know.
it happened today.
Nurse and we got different professions and we all got families. So we thank y'all first of all for bearing with us and trusting us enough to wait on us. Okay,
Thank
we
you.
love y'all.
Yes.
Shout out to the Mods. Shout out to the Mods. Shout out
Hey,
to the
Mods. Y'all know who you guys are?
Hello, Mods. Shout out to the Mods and
It's
the
a
members
Tea
of
Crew.
great channels, okay? Tea Talkers.
Yes.
Got the Tea Crew.
How y'all doing today? Y'all been doing good?
In the Tea
Hope y'all had a great day. I really do.
Tea Drops.
Tea Drops and the Talkers.
What's your people?
What's up, Snoop Crew?
They might be the extras. They don't have a real name yet. They might be the extras. I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's it. I like that. The extras.
They might be the extras.
Extras over
The extras. Yeah.
Extra peas.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Hey, y'all, how
Yes.
y'all doing? I see Doc Willie out there. I see y'all.
Let me pull up my.
Y'all all right? Y'all know we here tonight to review Roa, but there's another hot topic out there. So since I got my girls here, I just want to ask them. I hope y'all don't mind. I know y'all
don't mind,
Roa, but I hope y'all don't mind if we have a little bit of conversation tonight. Okay,
let's conversate. Let's converse.
Say what you about all this with the funky Dineva, Michelle. Oh my God, Tasha K. It's a mess. What y'all think
it's
about
a mess?
Yes.
I think it's. I personally think he runs his mouth too much. I don't know what he was on, But if he hadn't never posted a picture of him on the toilet with his drawers down, with dirty baseboards, then nobody would have ever known, right?
Sassy, what he post?
Dirty drawers and dirty baseboards. So keep your drawers on and keep your pictures out. Don't nobody want to see your ass. I'm sorry.
On the internet.
Yeah, he put it out there. He took a picture on the toilet
Oh my, I didn't know he did
with
that.
his, yeah, and everybody noticed the dirty baseboards.
Ooh,
And that's what started it. Dirty.
That's what started with him and Tasha K, right?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. This is what amazes me is that everybody keeps saying Michelle has been dragging him for 10 years and he hasn't bothered her. That's a lie, straight from the pit.
That's a lie, because he's brought her up several times.
On Tasha K's platform 4 years ago. I looked it up because I was like, am I crazy? I've been on the internet for 10 years because I knew I hadn't been on the internet that long. And I was like, wait, what? I've been out here for 10 years? So I went back and did my research. That was 4 years ago. So it was 4 years ago when he set up there on Tasha K's platform and called her every name child of God.
Yeah.
Said she smelled like food. I mean, y'all know, y'all heard it.
Oh yeah.
Awful. Yeah. So why are people trying to overlook that by saying that she been doing this for 10 straight years? It's been 10 years since that house. Yeah. It's been 10 years since the house.
But he's brought it up.
Right. But
he's brought it up.
Why are we pretending that girl hurt? Yeah, she heard about the house. But I'm sure that public humiliation that she had to endure at his hands hurt more than the damage that he did to the house.
Right? But the thing of it is, they were friends at first. She put him on. See, the thing with Michelle, she's a celebrity in her own right. She don't have to hang with people to feel like to be noticed. The thing with Funky Dineva and Carlos, they got to be associated with these housewives in order to feel like they got a status. Michelle has been in status mode for years. She got her own rights. She got her own, her real estate. She's doing her own thing. So Michelle in the YouTube streets is a celebrity. Don't get mad at nobody because you got to hang around with somebody for somebody to even know you. Because if it wasn't for Michelle, wouldn't nobody know what a Funky Dineva is?
Yeah, he said Michelle said he got more. He said he got more everything, basically.
I think he got jealous after he saw her and Carlos on the Nene episode. Even though he's burned every bridge with Nene, he would never be over there anyway. I think he got jealous and he started just conflating everything together and telling his people that she's been bothering him 10 years and all this. When you write Tea Talk, he has been talking about her off and on. And he's a person that likes to be able to say whatever he wants about anybody. And then he gets to dictate how the people respond. He's very thin-skinned. And the whole Fox Soul thing, he ended up looking like a fool about that. Ended up doing his own thing again. And I don't like how he threatened physical violence. I don't know how some women are justifying that. I don't care if we talk about these two that people think are messy, and maybe they are. But you say you're going to smack somebody on sight and then fight their husband? He's gone too far with that. I probably would have filed a restraining order against him.
I mean,
Tasha K look like she'll pick him up and body slam him on the ground and put on his throat.
Tasha K was the network ready to fight, honey. Tasha ready.
What you say? Tasha K was gonna dog all them men. I ain't no Tasha K fan, but I tell you this, she will beat him.
Right. He better hope, Sassy, that Tasha don't smack the hell out of him.
You got that right.
Okay?
Yeah, she's not gonna stand there.
She did try to make it right. She tried to make it right with him at that wedding. Now, everybody knows Tasha K, if it comes down to you and Tasha K, it's going to be her every time.
Yeah.
So, and she's loyal to no one but Tasha K. That's it. You cross her, that's it.
Yeah.
You know how she is.
It's a job.
Yeah. She don't get close to nobody because she just don't. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think he's just mad. And he tried to use fraud as an excuse.
I got to tell y'all that y'all know I watched Lakeisha Keisha, and I got to tell y'all,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be me if I ain't tell you. I was so disappointed today to learn that Michelle ATLien struck her channel last year.
Why?
This the thing. Clock this. She did a video, she said, and she showed all the evidence, so she didn't make this shit
Mm-hmm.
up. She did a video on Peter Thomas when he came out and did an apology,
Mm-hmm.
and he did the video on his channel.
Yeah.
And many of us, including myself, did a
Because I
video.
got the video.
Yeah, did a video. Well, she's saying, Lakeisha is saying that Michelle went and got the video from Peter, the actual video, in her possession. He
Uh-huh.
gave her the video, and then she put a strike on her channel and showed YouTube that that was her personal video and that she had no business sharing the video.
Oh.
What? Well, if that's the
That's
case,
weird.
everybody would have been. Yeah, because Shade Room showed to everybody.
That's what she showed in her video today. She's like, this was not isolate, because she showed all the people that showed it. DJ Richie Sky, the Shade Room,
Mm-hmm.
Neighborhood Talk, all these people had shown the video. So the video
Yeah.
it was fair game, but she struck that girl's channel. Now that kind of bothered me because y'all know I'm in a place right
Yeah.
now where I don't like where people messing with people's channels, in my
I
opinion.
don't either.
If you got,
I don't either.
let me tell y'all something. One time I shared something, and it was somebody, he was of status, okay? And his stuff was
Mm-hmm.
over there on the Neighborhood Talk. So I just shared it thinking, it's all right, it's on the Neighborhood Talk.
Yeah.
Then he went to YouTube and he said, she got 7 days to take that down. And if I don't take it down, then it become a full strike.
Mm.
So I had to take that video down because if I didn't take it down, so if somebody used something of yours, you could easily say, "Can you take that down?" Why go on a full strike?
Don't do a strike.
You could ask me to take it down first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be like, "F you," and I leave it up. Okay, then you strike my channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But your first answer was to strike that lady channel. That kind of bothered me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
She might be one of
Unless
those
it's some
ones that's
underlining.
Yeah, I was thinking, Sansa, she might be one of those women that can feel more competitive toward other women than she would somebody like a Funky. She might have seen him as like somebody she needs to take care of, and at the time
Mm-hmm.
he was down bad, and she renting a place with no security and all this kind of stuff. Whereas with a sister,
Mm-hmm.
she probably wouldn't have been that gracious with her. Because I don't
Yeah.
understand just striking her channel for something everybody's using. I didn't get to watch that video yet.
The review hour said, if she's not mistaken, Michelle had her reasons. Those content creators have been using her content without asking.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
made an example of somebody.
I don't particularly ask when I use a content creators.
Mm-mm.
But what I do
always
is
shout them out.
cite my sources though.
Yeah.
So maybe she meant they weren't, because I heard her complaining about that this last week. She had broke some story and the people wasn't citing their sources. So she was saying that, if you're gonna use my shit, just say where you got it from. Which I agree with her. Because
me too. I definitely agree.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you got people on here using other people's stuff.
Yeah.
They claim it as their own, I'm just saying.
Oh, you think Tisa Tales almost got a strike from Michelle too? Oh wow.
See, those are bigger channels. Those are channels she might see as competition. Maybe she wouldn't bother a smaller channel. But I thought if you cited it and then made some type change, like keep stopping it and then giving your opinion on it, that was okay.
Hold
I
on,
see
y'all.
what my sweet said. Yeah, that was part of it too. That Quad's being talked about that bogus Rolls Royce. Funky was mad about that too because that's his friend.
Right, but Mom Sweet said Michelle is nasty, but Kanisha had papers on Quad boyfriend, and she acting like she had it first.
Yeah, and
So
some people said Lakeisha stuff directly. She did say that. I remember her saying that she was getting stuff directly, and then there was the court. Some of that stuff was resolved in court. There's court papers on that as well. Angel Nicole saying the same thing. You don't have to ask permission as long as you give credit. When you don't cite your source, they feel like you need permission. The audacity.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with Cassandra D.
Nice if you ask to use other people's content, they did all the work. I think that people they don't worry as much about it if you just say where you got it from, because that means something to their hard work. And if sometimes nobody shares their content, who knows about them? Sometimes sharing gives them subscribers. So
yeah, that's true.
That's why they want you to cite their sources. Because see, if I tell you I got my information from over there, let's just say Sassy T's channel, and you don't know who Sassy T is, you're gonna want to know who she is because I got
where she get that from.
I'm giving you secondhand information because I got it from Sassy TV.
Yeah.
See, so that's how that works. So they do want you to cite them. That's why they put their names on their work. So
it's hard work. It is hard work. And when you come up and because a lot of times, like, we get tea about a lot of stuff on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's just be honest. We get a lot of tea. And some of that tea is they don't want to be known. But because you say it, it's like you don't get the credit for it. But like somebody else said, oh, they get the credit, even though you said it first. And sometimes it's just the acknowledgement of, well, Sassy been said that, because there's a lot of stuff I've been said. I knew it before it was even gonna happen on a lot of stuff, but I get it, because it is a hurtful feeling to be out here working and getting all this tea, and people rely on you and they trust you because you don't put their name out because you promised them that you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And they trust you. But it's hard when people take your stuff and don't acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I know. I heard her say that before. Sexy Diva said Lakeisha said her video was taken down. Somebody report that video she did on Quad. The fraud man. Yeah. Lakeisha said, because that was I played a clip of that this morning, because she basically was saying that Funky Dineva was wrong when he said that Michelle ATLian was the first person to break the story, because it wasn't. It was her. Which I told y'all that, I think yesterday morning. I told y'all I saw a video when she broke.
I did too.
It was her.
Right. And then Michelle went live.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't go live, because Michelle went live. So I was like, oh, let me go here to see if Michelle got some other tea, right?
Yeah.
But she had the same information from Lakeisha.
And he tried to get mad at Michelle because he thought, because he all friends with Quiet. Man, Quiet, but man is being under investigation. Quiet, man, they saying he down low. Allegedly. My man.
Say what now? Back the thing up.
My man.
Back that thing up now. What you say about the down low? What you say about the down low?
The DL, honey. The down low ski. Okay. That's what they say now. That's what the Atlanta streets are saying about the Kane. The Kane is the DL, allegedly.
Explain why they be going traveling together, because I already knew that was Quad man, because like I said yesterday, if that was Quad's man, where are the photos from before that photo op that they had on the plane? Y'all ain't took not one photo together.
And y'all say y'all been together a year, and then we just see a white.
Y'all ain't got nothing. You ain't go to none of your friends' birthday, none of your friends, nothing. All your friends had parties last year. You was by yourself.
And heavily she gonna lie for her. You know what I'm saying? She gonna lie. Yeah, I met King. You ain't met nobody.
Oh Lord, they said he is down low. Oh no.
Yes.
Funky just Miss Murray said Funky just want to keep up some mess.
Well, they can't bury probably introduced her to him.
Probably so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He wants to bury the story, because I remember Heavenly bragging about my new man on Bona Rosewood. She was over there on her channel when it first happened. But they're not talking about it now, but it's too much going on to be able to bury it again because some of it is sounding true. It's too many fire, too much smoke.
Well, if you got court records, when you got the person that got the Rolls Royce, she didn't show up. It's a default on him. I mean, the courts is in black and white. I'm gonna believe the black and white. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Get mad all you want. Go to the courts and cuss them out. But as far as I'm concerned, when my eyes see black and white and it's got a time stamp on it with a judge name, somebody been guilty. Okay. So I'm just saying. And I don't care who get mad about it.
You went on mute. You on mute?
I'm on mute. The baby was crying.
Okay.
Yeah, he was crying. Yeah, I feel the same way. And I feel like, I don't know. The bottom line is, for me, is I don't, how do I say this? I don't respect Funky Dineva because of the way that he is with women. And I know people try to make an excuse. Oh, Michelle been dragging him for 10 years and he ain't done nothing back. That's a lie. That incident over there on that Tasha K panel was just 4 years ago. I looked it up today because it was bothering me. Because I said, why everybody keep saying 10 years? That wasn't no damn 10 years ago. I went to look it up. That was 4 years ago. Tasha K apologized 1 year ago. So Tasha K apologized 2 years after the incident, okay? But it's been 4 years total. So it ain't been no 10 years that this lady just been dragging him. And y'all
about it.
Y'all women, that's what I'm saying. Think about how you would feel if some man got up on a platform and dogged you down to the ground. You would still
baby, I'm petty. I'll still be dragging his ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You still would be hurt over that.
And not only that, he ruined her property. He stole her credit card. He stole the appliances. There was dog poop, feces everywhere. Then he moved to Miami, went to court. He never showed up. He tried to get AdSense in somebody else's name, allegedly, so he wouldn't have to pay her. So I drag him. I drag him to his butt bone show. I'm just saying.
Ooh, not the butt bone.
A butt bone. I drag him in these streets. I never let it go. I'm with you, Michelle.
Butt bone. She said, Funky Dineva seems to have a pattern of crashing out on behalf of his friends. Y'all remember when he called Mel out her name? Sir, that lady don't even know you like that. That's what I was talking about.
That's why I don't like him. You don't talk about my melody.
He can go at people he want to go at. Nobody better not go over his celebrity friends. The friends he used for clout. Dr. Hensley.
To make him feel good, to make him look
the video with them chat because then he got himself a celebrity circle. The one that he said Michelle don't got. You ain't got no celebrity status. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. He ain't named nothing that was important.
Nothing.
I didn't hear you talk about no home ownership, no finances. Nothing. All I heard was the material stuff he was talking about.
She got it all. She got homes. She flipped houses. She got her own business. She got everything. He ain't got nothing. But Facebook.
Baby, when he said she always had a little bit of money, I knew then that she had it. Because when people hate on you, that's what
they gonna say a little bit.
Yeah.
Take your little old money on somewhere. Take your little old house on. Take your little old car.
Take your little car. Take your little old job. That's what they said. That little
get your little old degree.
Y'all better look out when your friends say, "Oh, I like your little car." Nah, bitch,
yeah, girl, that's low key hate. That's low key hate right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think it backfired on him though, because as soon as we finish talking about this, we're gonna go right back to talking about Quad and King and that fake Rolls Royce. Now it might be a real Rolls Royce, but it's not hers. because nobody's
No.
seen the pink slip, and then people want to know where their car is. I think they already got the judgment. That's where
They
all the
did.
court paperwork and stuff came in.
Yeah,
Because
it's
they
already been
disabled.
judged.
Yeah, they
It's
disabled the
already.
tracking device, so they don't know where that rose actually is. But
Mm-hmm.
another one did appear on the show, so Quad want us
Yeah.
talking about that, and we will. But we're gonna start talking about her again in this
Yeah.
rose, even though the
And
season's up.
her nasty stinking attitude.
Capricorn flower.
Yeah, y'all better be careful because I hope y'all don't get cussed out for talking about Quad because
I don't care
Quad's
about
not
no damn
untouchable.
Quad.
Yeah, she's not untouchable.
Talk about her.
So
I
like,
don't know.
Yeah, her and Dr.
and she
Heavenly
ain't
talk about
untouchable.
everybody, and they don't want us to talk about Dr. Damon. We're gonna be talking about that too.
Show live with his piranha teeth looking at.
Ugh, I couldn't believe that.
Child, he got bubbles in his gums.
I thought it was AI. I thought it was AI. I couldn't believe that was real.
No, that
Ew.
was him.
It's real. I know.
That was him.
Oh my goodness.
He got bubble gums.
You talking about that?
Bubble gums.
Yes. His wife don't like it.
Don't nobody want him.
Mm-mm. No.
They'll mess around and eat you up and teeth marks everywhere. Spit you out like damn chicken bones. Don't nobody want that man.
I'm not. Not no damn.
I'm just saying, child. And he needs to go have a facial peel or something. He is not attractive.
You say don't nobody want him. I can tell you who don't want his ass for sure, and that's Dr. Heavenly. Because if she did, she would have fixed that nigga teeth a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Hey.
She want that man to be as ugly as possible, so nobody get it.
Nobody, yeah. She don't want nobody else.
Yep, that's all it is.
Yeah. And
if I come up, my man coming up, I'm like, baby, you got to fix that bottom row because you got uppercase gums and lowercase teeth. We need to fix that, baby.
What?
You got to fix it.
Dr. Heavenly don't want to fix it. Dr. Heavenly don't want that man to look like nothing. I heard her before say that a man need to have good teeth. So why her husband's teeth look like that?
With gingivitis everywhere.
It did look like gingivitis.
Oh, them gums were bubbling up. Ooh, child.
I'm just trying to see something. Where's Dr. Heavenly? Dr. Heavenly over here and ask Dr. Heavenly why her husband's teeth look like that. Because we the people want to know. Talk about every goddamn thing else. That we want to know why her husband's teeth look like that. Yeah. And why y'all
she ain't gonna answer them questions.
And Sassy, why they on the way down there to Atlanta to get Dr. Heavenly? I want them to grab Candy ass too, buy her weed, and tell her we want to know why them two goddamn restaurants is closed down. Running off with that other woman. We want to know. Then she always
wants to know
business. We want to know about her goddamn
business. I know why the restaurants closed down. I told you I've been to all of them. No good and overpriced and dirty.
Oh.
Not dirty too.
Dirty attitudes.
The food ain't
dirty attitudes.
Dirty.
Ratchet service.
Oh my God.
I thought Blaze was the good one. Blaze was supposed to be the up market one.
Upscale now, Blaze. They say Blaze was, Blaze got like a E. They shut that down and they had to clean it up, and then it only got above a C. What?
No, I can't.
E, F, G, H, I, J, K, no grade.
Right? It's like school. You fail, right? With an
F. They got an F. E, F, F. And then when they did clean it up, it went to a C.
Other people's business, she might have been down there tending to the damn restaurant.
Thank you. If she wasn't, they say she cheap as hell. She pay a minimum wage.
Yeah. She keep too much
and they be working hard. Yeah. So, but she a businesswoman.
Parazzi says just nasty.
Paris 23 said that's why he said quietly and don't open his mouth. Just nasty.
He sure don't. Yeah.
My sweet said leave her friend alone. Who your friend is? Dr. Yuck Mouth?
No, Candy, I think.
Candy.
Oh, Candy. Shit. I want Candy.
I don't like
her. Me, clothes, and she run around with a third wheel every time she go on vacation. I want to know these questions, baby. I want to know.
Yeah, cause it look like they sister wives can join
That's what it look like to
families.
me. Look like Todd out there having himself a ball, honey.
And
Who was
she
on
is
vacation
too.
with
La
him? Carmen?
familia, baby.
Was it Carmen?
Huh?
Who was on vacation
No,
with him?
it's the other.
Carmen?
It's no, it's not Carmen. It's another
Ain't no
girl.
damn
Oh.
Carmen. Her name
Uh-uh.
or some shit like that. Let me see. I think
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know. I know
She
that's
real
when Mama
pretty.
Joyce threw that shoe. Karma. She had a fit over Karma. They've
Mama
been
Joyce
friends a long
ain't throwing shit now because they go on
She
vacation
sure
every
ain't.
time and take their children right with them,
And they
honey.
be and
They
girl,
all
they
on
be out there
vacation.
just
They
they sure do.
family. Okay? That's what they be doing. They
Smiling
want
with
their
his arms
family.
around her waist.
Mm,
Yes,
that's
Mm-hmm.
indeed,
bold.
honey. Oh, they be
I
out
was
there
like,
doing the
ooh,
damn thing. Shit.
yeah, you know, Candy
They
swing
be
the
out
rope
here.
both ways.
It look like this Candy
But
woman, if you ask me. Shit.
and he
There
get
they go,
mad when
Sandra
people
P.
talk about her. What shit?
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
That's her. But
Yeah,
she
I thought
all
that.
over
Yeah, New
Candy.
York. Okay.
That's
There she
no,
go.
no, they be on
Uh-huh.
vacation. Look. There go her and Candy. Is that her and
Uh-huh.
Candy?
That's
Look, there
the
they go.
Ace. Cute.
Family.
Oh, okay.
This the
That's
girl page
Rashida.
though. Look. Oh, there go her and Candy right here too. Look. Oh, they out
Oh,
Uh-huh.
taking
they
they
took the flying dress picture. That's pretty.
uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty, ain't it?
That's
Uh-huh.
her
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
sister
I
wife,
want her to
honey.
come and tell me about this girl because she got all of everybody else business. So can she come tell me about what this girl mean to her and Todd and why she got to go on every vacation they go on? That's what I want her to tell me.
That's her
I
friend.
want her to,
Yeah.
huh?
That's a friend. And it is. That's her friend. I'm gonna tell her that's her friend.
Friends and lovers.
It's different seasons on the beach and they at the snow. That's
Oh
nice.
yeah, baby. They is everywhere. They riding
Okay.
around and they getting it. Uh-huh. They riding around and they getting it.
And she a
Everywhere they
pretty
go.
girl.
Oh,
Look at
look.
that is.
There you go.
Oh, there we
Go
go.
ahead,
Look. The
Todd.
birthday ceremony right here, Sandra P.
Oh, look at
That's the
that.
Sandra. There's the
You look
ceremony. He
nice
don't
though.
got married.
Now he's taking his winter home.
Oh, look at that.
Todd say he's Arabian, got two eyes.
Oh,
Go
look at
ahead,
Todd. He
Todd.
laughing at his lock. He said, time to go get it. Get it. Look, now they going up in the room.
They must be in
Let's
Dubai.
go consummate this
Is
marriage.
somebody
Look
told
at.
her something is off about your friendship.
Ooh, she left it up too.
Ooh.
These people.
I wonder who that is.
Where's her husband at? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going on vacation, I'm not going to be a third wheel.
Well, that's what she is, child.
Well, you allegedly getting paid to go on all your expenses, girl.
Well, of course she getting paid.
I don't know.
She getting the banana split. She getting a banana split, baby.
Yeah, that's something
with nuts on top. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Miss Mary said, "Todd never had it so good."
That's right, Miss Mary Willis.
Y'all, let's get started with this damn review because y'all know we'll be up here all night laughing and cackling.
All night long.
All night long.
I get the banana splits with them nuts on top. They call Todd's nuts.
They said, Sassy, you a fool.
You said Todd nuts?
They said, Sassy,
I'm just saying.
fool.
Hey.
They talk about y'all let Candy get her groove on. Ain't nobody stopping her.
But don't get mad when we call your freaky tail out. Don't be up there talking about me.
Right.
Talking sound like a broken record. No. You out here freaking when people talk about you. Shut your mouth.
That's her friend, like the old folks used to say.
Uh-huh.
You see, Tiana Taylor admit to her. She had threesome. You know, so just admit yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, when you're grown, admit to it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You were behind the bleachers. You was behind the bleachers.
Just don't bring that shit over here because I'm strictly,
Yeah, me too.
You got that right. I ain't bumping no. I ain't bumping no carpet munching. I ain't bumping no bone to bone. I'm a woman first, and I'm kissing on another one. And we both bleed. Shit, not me.
They said that's what you call keeping it in the house. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and get us started so we can get back on track. Let me see, y'all. We on episode 3. Episode 3. What is it called? Because I don't be going by their title. Something with some shots, I guess they call it. Sandy P, what was it? You put it on your title.
Oh, did I? Let me see. Oh, high notes and cheap shots.
High notes and cheap shots. I guess high notes, right? And the cheap shots is Portia over there taking cheap shots. I don't know. Anyway, we opened up with Britt and her husband, which I'm not crazy about him. He's funny looking, but okay. Anyway, they got family coming over, so they sit there and then she tell us all about how she was in high school and she was a music video vixen and she been that girl and she is that girl and she all that in the bag of chips. She had to let us know that, okay? She said Mike is super chill. He is nothing like the guy she used to date, the NBA, the rappers, and all of them. She never took them serious. Well, why was you dating them?
Oh, Trick Ross.
She said she never took them serious. I was like, so
you left that money.
You was out here fucking for money then.
Yeah, she was. They say she was a backpage cowgirl, allegedly.
Because she wasn't really liking nobody. So he better hope she really liked him. Okay. But anyway, the family come over, they sit down, they have dinner, they have a nice lobster because the boy said they must don't normally have that shit because I don't know.
You don't think this too fancy?
I'm sorry.
He did. Little kids.
The kids will tell on you, baby.
We don't eat this.
Oh my God.
What is this? What is this?
What is this?
Boy, he gave that shit right up on camera. He just my worst is Lexi going over there telling them to kiss her ass. That little boy was like, y'all know motherfucking well we don't eat no lobsters and shit.
Right.
Yeah. They looking like, what
is this?
That boy said this shit is too fancy. What is going on here?
We'll have spaghetti.
I can't believe it.
Hot dog. We have hot dogs.
Hot dogs, spaghetti or something. Lobster.
Hot dogs and pork and beans.
The boy said the shit was too expensive. They just kept on eating. And then the girl started asking them about babies and Mike said he wanted a baby and Brittany said she wanted a fucking wedding ceremony, so they can't come together. That man want a baby. See, See, I almost said some shit. Brittany, I think she don't want no baby for real. I think she just telling Mike that to get what she want. I'm not sure she want no baby because you too old to be sitting around trying to wait out a baby in a wedding ceremony. Girl, if you want a baby, you need to start trying to get pregnant. And you done a lot of plastic shit to your body. You better make sure your body gonna take a baby.
And she got gangster coochie. Everybody done she got that gangster coochie.
Oh my God.
Everybody done been ganging up in it and banging up in it, so she better hope she can.
Gangster coochie. I am done. Anyways, Brittany and her gangster Gucci go downstairs in the basement with her sister-in-law, and they begin to talk. And Brittany tells us a little bit more about herself. She tells us about her dad, why she got into the insurance business. Now, this was the funniest thing I couldn't understand. She said her dad had a $2 million policy.
Yeah.
But her mom couldn't get it because he was in the middle of switching jobs.
Yeah.
That bothered me.
Was it another job?
I don't understand that.
If he was an executive, maybe the company had the policy on him. and he no longer worked there.
It just didn't add up for me.
It was a strange story, yeah.
If you got the insurance, you got the insurance. If you don't, you don't. He couldn't have had a policy.
But she said he was a successful proper, real estate. He seemed like to me he would have had his stuff together if he was successful.
Right. So anyway,
somebody telling a lie.
When her dad died, she had to do a GoFundMe, and then that's what made her want to get into the insurance business. So she went and got her two sisters, and she said, "Come on, y'all, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make this happen." So they both agreed, and they came in. But then one sister, she said, what she said the other sister did. One sister wanted to tell her how to fix everything or something like that, and so she got mad and left. And then the other sister got mad because Britt, I guess, was trying to tell her how to do shit, and she was lazy, I guess, because Britt said she had to fire the girl. I don't know. It ain't adding up. They got mad, both of them, so now they don't talk to her. So the sister-in-law said she gonna help her fix it. She gonna try to bring them back together. Mike come downstairs, his greedy ass, he wants some dessert, and he want her to get the fuck up and come up the stairs because he want to be on camera too. That's what I got out of that. How y'all come down here with the camera and y'all left me up there? Because y'all got people in there waiting on y'all. Why do you need Brittany to come upstairs to get you some goddamn cake? I didn't like it. But anyway, they got to go upstairs to him. Then we switch over there, girl. We go over there to Portia and Kelly.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What the hell did Kelly have on in her confession? She looked like a swole up, blue face
with the red.
They first of all, they Portia's there waiting. She orders a drink. She orders a Henny and margarita. I never heard of that shit before, but anyway, she got herself a margarita with Hennessy in it. She waiting for Kelly to get there. Kelly get there. Kelly says she not drinking. Okay, so Portia telling her that she need to go ahead and get her one of them Henny Regas or whatever the fuck she called the drink. Anyway, she said she don't know what to really look for from Kelly because she don't really know what Kelly on. Because Kelly got all these different personalities, and she don't know which one she brought with her today. And Kelly said, "I got different personalities," and she said, "Yeah, you." Now Kelly went to her confessional, and guess what she said? She got different personalities, but Portia got different men. So what's the difference?
Yeah, she threw that shade, honey.
But my thing is, what do her personalities and Portia men got to do with anything? Because no matter what men Portia deal with, it don't have nothing to do with their relationship. But your personalities do.
Right.
So anyway, Portia tells her about, they talk a little bit about what she said at the dinner or whatever with Shamia. And Portia said it came back to her a different way than Kelly is trying to make it seem. And Kelly did try to clean it up, in my opinion. She tried to make it seem like she went to her all daisy talking. No, you was like, why she steal that lady husband? You didn't go at her and say, well, why did she steal that lady husband? Like you told Portia. You put 20 on 10 when you went over there to Shamia. You had a little bit more bass in your voice. But now that you with Portia, she changed up her story anyway. They say they probably got more in common than not. And they decide that they're gonna, I guess, let bygones be bygones.
Did you hear Portia where she said they got more in common? And Portia said most women do.
Most women do. Yeah, she said most women do. Kelly says to Portia they had more in common than they knew, and then of course Portia said most women do. Kelly feels like when her and Britt had dinner with Shamia, they was just trying to figure out things, and that's when she kind of pussyfoot up to Portia. Portia tells Kelly that the way things were brought to her led her to believe that it was more, and that Kelly was trying to attack her, and Kelly don't really know her. Okay, so Kelly told her that's definitely not it or whatever, and that Shamia told her that if she had something to say, that she needed to take it to Portia herself. And that's when Portia said, I don't believe my best friend would tell you to come to her party. So in that instance, y'all, I feel like some stuff was cut out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they edited some stuff out because I feel like maybe Kelly must have said, why would Portia just say, my best friend did not tell you to come to her birthday party and do that? So I feel like maybe Kelly said Shamia, maybe they had more of a conversation about what happened the day of the event. Remember when they was at Shamia's house and Shamia did tell her when Portia gets here, you can talk to Portia. So I think they might have brought that up and they just didn't let us see it. But at any rate, what did y'all think about it? What did you think about it, Sassy?
Well, I Kelly is still on the fence with me. I don't know. It's just something about her. And I don't like her style of clothing. And I feel like she wanted a moment with Portia. She really wanted that moment to get herself out there. But it didn't go as she thought it was going to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know. Portia really was like, yeah, whatever. You know what you said. And they tried to make, I agree with you, there is a conversation that's missing because it didn't go together to what she said. So it seemed like Shamia was just telling her, listen, I don't want nobody saying I said something about my friend. You need to go ask her yourself. But that the way Portia said it just didn't add up. So it had to be another conversation had.
Yep.
That husband of Brit, I don't know about him. I ain't got nothing to say about him. I don't know. It's just something different, and I don't believe Kelly and I just don't believe Kelly and Portia gonna hit it off. I think Portia trying with her, but I don't think Portia really like her.
What did you think, Sandra P? What does Mike do, by the way? Do y'all remember?
I didn't hear what Mike did yet. She act like he's some type businessman, but she didn't say what the field was or anything.
Right.
Nobody knows what he does.
Yeah.
He's an investor, and I looked him up. That's all it says. An entrepreneur. Hell, I'm an entrepreneur.
He got box trucks.
Oh, it could be box
truck.
I like the family scene. I like the family dinner scene, and I liked her relationship with her sister-in-law. But I'm wondering if we're gonna hear from her actual sisters, since she gave us a story about her having to fire them and then selling the business. Just depending on how they think that looks on TV, we might be hearing more from them. The scene with Portia and Kelly was a little bit, it was disjointed. I don't know what was cut out, but Portia, it just seemed to me she was quick to blame Shamia for the way the conversation went. And I don't think, well, we saw what Shamia said, and it wasn't anything like go back and ask her or anything negative about it. I would want somebody to come back and ask me rather than just speculate. So I don't know if Portia's looking for a problem with Shamia or if Kelly said something else about Shamia that maybe they cut out. So that was a little bit confusing. But I like how they're trying to get all the new ladies mixed with the OGs to kind of mix everybody up together so they can make their scenes. I like how it's moving along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think, Drop T?
I'm not really feeling Kelly. I think she's fake. She know what she said, and she comes in, and Portia is really trying with her. To me, so Portia comes in. She order her Hennessy margarita, and Kelly doesn't want to order anything. I think because she don't know what Portia gonna do to her. So she want to be sober.
She want to be sober.
Yeah.
So she can wiggle her short ass out of there.
Yeah,
wiggle.
But I'm trying to drink. I don't like to drink brown liquor, but I do want to try that Hennessy margarita that Portia was drinking.
It's good.
He was throwing them back. So
I'll taste one.
You tasted one before, Sassy? Okay.
They're good.
Yeah, so
It's different. It's different now.
it's
But it's
different than
good.
the regular margarita. Okay. We'll have to
Mm-hmm.
try one next month. All of us gonna try one.
Man, we ain't mixing nothing with you.
No, what?
I do too, D.
No, I'm just gonna have that. If I drink the Tennessee strawberry, we just gonna keep drinking it. We're not gonna mix it. Okay, so they sat down and I think Kelly's kind of trying to fill Portia out and Portia's trying to fill her out. So when Portia orders her drink and then Kelly said, well, I'm not drinking. Okay, so then they order their food or whatever. But I think that Portia's right. Kind of Kelly got act like Sybil with the different personalities. So when she around other people, to me, she want to act like she gangster and all this and that, like she is about that life. Then when she get with Portia, she want to act like she this calm entrepreneur, mother, nurture, and she not gonna say what she say. So I see what she about already. She need a group of people with her to say what she want to say with her chest. But so they sit down and start talking, and Portia orders, the shrimp and grits, and then she ordered the catfish and grits or whatever. So they're talking. So my thing with them is that I'm on the fence with Kelly because I don't know who she is right now. It's like when she get in front of people, she one way, like she's bad and tough. Then when she get her by herself, she like a little puppy. So I'm on the fence with her right now. So we gonna see about Kelly. And also, I don't like her outfit. I didn't like the outfit. It was too much red. Now, red is one of my favorite colors, but not too much. She had everything on red. She should have had maybe a pop of color, something to bring the outfit out. Her hair,
that makeup was too dark.
She had a red lip too. You don't put a red lip on with all them red clothes. The red lip is the pop. So you don't do that. Too much. The red lip is supposed to be to pop out. Now she would have had on black and white and then had a red lip or something like that. Then that'd be
cute.
Yeah. So she need a stylist. She need a makeup artist. She need everything. But we're gonna see about Kelly. I'm still on the fence with her, but I'm willing to give her a chance.
American Boy said Kelly husband. I don't know how that little ugly thing could put anybody through the ringer. Somebody need to put his deacon looking self through the ringer. I know she wasn't going crazy over that thing. He is not cute.
He like he was so bust licking on the window to me. He looked too slow
his
for me.
tongue stuck.
Yeah. I don't like no. It's all right to get a little nerdy man, but at least let him have a little bit of thug in him, just a little bit. Yes.
He ain't got nothing.
Nothing.
He's just a rug.
He ain't got it.
He ain't got it.
So you dropped the tea.
Okay, so that's when we go into Drew. Drew was in there singing. Now I did not know Drew had a really pretty voice, and I liked the song from what I heard. She got a really pretty voice from what I have heard so far. I don't know what's up with these bra tops. She's naked with the bra top on, or she got a blazer on. I don't know. Maybe she going through her pre-divorce stage or whatever. So she's in there singing. Then Cynthia Bailey and Kenya's already there. Then Angela walks in. Drew comes out the booth, gives Angela a hug. So they sat down and they start, talking or what have you. And she said, the song is they said it's kind of like a love song. She said, well, her, to her, it's like her falling out of love. So I guess she's talking about, Basement Ralph. So I guess she's falling out of love with Ralph. Okay. See, they all said they're talking and things like that. I really like what Cynthia said. She said that when I think Portia was going to do something with Leon, they did reach out to her. Portia reached out to her. Yeah, Portia. Did she say, yeah, Portia reached out to her and, wanted to get her blessings to do it. and things like that. Then they went to talking about is Dennis, where's Dennis at? Is Dennis here? She said Dennis, was supposed to be there. And they was like, okay, is he producing your song? She's like, yeah, he the executive producer on the song. And she get to talk about her and Dennis only text each other. They only do phone. They're strictly business, which I don't believe. I think we have seen them out together with matching outfits on. So I think that's a lie. But I think Drew is trying to say, face, you don't want to look like a hoe or whatever. Do I think she messed with Dennis? I don't know. It might have been a little bit of, touchy feely, late night, in the studio. Could have been some things going on in there. A couple of drinks. I don't know. She's going through a divorce. She's vulnerable right now. That's my opinion. But so then Kenya, she always got to say something. Angela, have you been married before? No, not, and then here go Angela. Not before this one. Here, Kenya, how did you meet him? Oh, he was my neighbor. And they get to talking about, well, you can meet people at the at the front desk, things like that. Okay. Then we get to Kenya. She said, Drew, you wrong. You should have reached out to Portia. Then she's like, oh, I reached out to Portia. I don't think Drew, to me, reached out to Portia. I think she was trying to be sneaky and try to have one up on Portia to me. I think she was trying to use Dennis for a storyline. So my thing with Drew is that ever since she has been on, going through the divorce with Ralph, she been on some shady shit to me. Like she want to mess with people, man or baby daddies and stuff like that. I don't know. I didn't get that feeling when Drew first came on Housewives. She was like, this nice, classy woman. She didn't dress, all flashy or nothing like that. And ever since she's been on Housewives, she's been acting weird. Like she's going through some type of stage or something. With the broad tops. Y'all know Drew did not dress like that before. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her. Is she going, through something with the divorce? Or what have you? I don't know what it is with Drew. But she's trying to say that she called Portia. We can look at the text and all this and that. I think that if she could not reach Portia by text, I think I would have called her. Well, I would have called her and asked, for her blessing. Is it okay if I work with Dennis? And I would have called even before I started working with Dennis to, ask. And not just, go ahead and work with him and then go call and ask, what is that going to do? You already working with him. So I thought that was shady. Let me see. And then Kenya, I don't know. Kenya is starting to, act funny as well. She want to bust everybody else out. She ain't got no damn man to bust out. Let's see. And so the girls are really trying to let Drew know that she was wrong for what she did. Drew doesn't think she's wrong for what she did. I do think Drew was wrong. I think Drew has a little likings for Dennis, a little bit, or she's trying to make Portia jealous. To me, let me know what do you think? Tea Talk with your girl.
Well, let me see. About her clothes, they are very skimpy lately, and I don't know if that's because she hanging around Dennis and she's trying to turn him on, or if it is because she's going through a divorce. And sometimes when we go through a divorce, we do get a little, either you turn inward and go away from people, or you come out. It depends. Sometimes people cut their hair off. Like, it all depends on where she is. So I can't really tell. But the text, she said her and Dennis only text. The producers outed her by showing her and Dennis on the phone and showing how he was programmed in her phone. She does talk to Dennis on the phone, and the producers wanted us to know she was lying. That's why they put that phone call on camera. The producers can be messy as fuck. Okay. As far as Drew and Dennis and him coming on the show, I honestly believe that him and Drew came up with that, and they thought that Simon was coming on the show, and Dennis wanted to be on that show when Simon got there. That's what I think.
I never thought of that.
I feel like they came up with it before Portia announced her divorce. And then when she announced the divorce, they was already into their storyline. They was already making music because that was the plan all along. And I believe that's what happened. And that's why Dennis was with Drew. It's because they planned to come on there and make themselves a storyline and make Portia have to react to them while Simon was right there. That's what I think that they was doing.
Okay.
That's what I think they was doing. And I think Drew calling Portia, she knew she needed to call Portia. You know daggone well that she did not need to be texting no Portia. Okay?
Right.
If you want to talk to somebody, if I want to talk to you, y'all know the difference when I want to talk to y'all and when it's okay to text, right? I will call y'all phone in a minute, won't I? Sure.
Yeah.
Because this is not a text. I need to talk to you.
I call you too.
Right. If I need to talk, then I need to call you up. Sometimes
that's right. I'm like,
I
look
need
at
an answer
him.
now. I ain't got time to wait for her to text me back. I got the call. Drew knew what she was doing, and that's my opinion. Is that she knew what she was doing. What you think, Sassy?
Yeah, I think Drew knew what she was doing. Drew knew that she needed a real solid storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to get at Portia is to go with Dennis. She knows Dennis is a tender spot for Portia. She knows Portia is seriously serious about her hairline, because that is her moneymaker, whether people know it or not. That girl sells some hair, okay? And she sells to vendors and everything. So Drew knew exactly what she was doing. Drew is not dumb. She come up on there trying to act like I texted her. No. When you're dealing with somebody's ex or baby daddy and you in close proximity, it's a respect thing.
Respect, yeah.
Right. It's all about respect. I'm going to let you know, listen, we got a project coming up. Now, if you don't want me to work with him, it's the reason why I want to work with him, because I know that he's great at this and great at that. Strictly relationship. If you say no, then I respect that. I will move on to the next.
Move on to the next.
But Drew ain't doing that. Like Drop the T say, she's dressing different. She's moving funny. The dress, I'd rather have her dressed the old way than having her dressed the way she dressing now. Because she was more attractive when she was dressing that way. You know, I think her hair and stuff has improved, but if she had just kept her regular dress, well, with her hair and her makeup, that was the biggest issue for her. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't her clothes. It was her hair and her makeup. She still would have been one classy lady. I like Drew in movies and stuff. I like Drew. But Drew needs to stop lying.
She said Drew needs to stop lying.
Stop lying, Drew. Stop it.
Do you think she going through some type of crisis? You think she going through some type of crisis because of her divorce?
I do, because there was one time where she was out doing hookah because one time, they were saying she was carpet munching with Ty.
Yeah, with Ty. Ty goes around on these shows.
Yeah. And so, but she was hanging out heavy with her, and ever since then, she just kind of changed. I don't know.
Well, how do you feel about Kenya busting it out? Kenya, I don't know why she keep on busting stuff out like she.
That's just Kenya is childish, honey. Kenya gonna do what Kenya do. I expect what Kenya do, okay, and that's what she gonna do. She gonna keep some ish going. That's how Kenya is.
Yeah, she keeps instigating stuff to me. She just keeps instigating.
I think Kenya just likes to move the story along because somebody like Drew will just sit there and act like nothing's happening.
Uh-huh.
And Portia will do the same thing. So I think Kenya will just put it out there on the table. She does have a way of doing that because Drew
Yeah.
will be just acting like they in the studio doing their music until
And all
Kenya
we do
brings
is
up what they
text.
talking about you like a whore. I don't know if all that was true, but Kenya gonna put a little stink on it. But that's
Yeah.
been her personality, kind of move the story along.
I got tickled at Cynthia Bay. She said a hoe is one thing, but a whore?
Yeah.
Cynthia is dumb.
Woo, that's bad.
Cynthia is dumb. I said that
Cynthia
girl is
is crazy.
dumb.
She had me cracking up. A hoe is one thing, but a whore? Ooh.
That's the way she said it, trying to get Drew
She tell
riled
me
up.
when she said, "I know one thing. I better not catch nobody with Peter Anthony Thomas." I said, "Lord."
Or Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah. She even put Mike Chill in there.
Uh-huh. That's Cynthia trip.
Oh, is that who she was talking about?
Uh-huh, Mike.
Yeah, she named all three of her men that we met through the show. Well, we knew Leon
Uh-huh.
before the show. We always
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
Leon and Cynthia.
The 5 heartbeats. I mean,
Yeah, but she brought the
Yes.
other ones up.
She ain't really care about Mike though. She said, even Mike, you ain't think about that man at first.
Mm-mm.
Oh
You
no.
thought you was gonna hurt that man feelings, so you said,
That man couldn't bust her out, child.
mm-hmm.
She ain't
I don't
had
know
no
why she
Jamaican
acting
love
that
in a
way,
long
man.
time.
well, I bet you that
Anybody
other one,
say
I
what you
bet you
think?
the other one's paying her down. That new one
That
she
thug
got,
bug.
Yeah, she got a
Yes.
youngin' now. Got a young
yeah,
boy.
breaking her, cracking her back.
Cracking it like an egg. Holding it like a chair. Okay.
Okay, so
Moving on.
what did you think, Sandra, about Drew?
I thought Drew's song was really nice, and I didn't listen
Yeah.
to her whole. She has an extended play CD, so she got about 4 songs on it. I keep hearing it's good. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I'm hearing Dennis did a good job, so I'm happy for Drew on that.
Okay.
Um, and I like the scene, of course, when they have Cynthia, Kenya, and they integrated Angela in with them too. I think all those ladies will get along because no,
Mm-hmm.
Britt wasn't there, so there wasn't an issue there. So I like the studio scene. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. It's on
Okay, I'm number
Sandra
3.
B.
So
yeah.
all right, so we had the Drew in the studio. We see Shamia and her sisters. Shamia's sisters came over, and Shamia is telling us that she has been going through a lot. She's the one in the family that has to keep, a strong appearance up for everybody. But she has had one of the babies had to get their tonsils out, the first daughter, and then the other little baby had her continued, challenges that she has. And she says she appreciates her sisters always being able to be there for her and help her. Get through things. She's talking about she doesn't know what she's going to do next as far as her carrying these 4. Well, she doesn't think she's going to carry them. That's something her and Gerald are going to have to work out. She's going to have to come up with finding another surrogate. She's working with an agency for that. So I think, she did tell us last week she had 2 girls and 2 boys. So I don't know how that works. If she feels like since she already has the embryos, if she feel like they have to do something with them, because she seems like she has a pretty full plate with her husband, the children, her jobs, and now this show is another job. So Shamia is going through a lot. So after the Shamia scene, we get Portia and Miss Diane at the spa. Miss Diane and Portia they're getting their feet done or getting some massages on their legs or something like that. But Portia was telling her mother that she and Kelly went out and Shamia and Britt, and they're supposed to be having fun. But Shamia started talking about what happened at her party, and Portia didn't know why she did that. So Miss Diane pipes up, I know this is your friend, and I know y'all been friends a long time, but why would she do that? Why would she try to make you feel bad when she's supposed to be bringing you out, to kind of take your mind off of your divorce. And you got to watch the dog that brings the bone. And then Portia talks about going through her divorce. This is different because she tried to call Simon's family in Benin. I thought he was Nigerian, but I guess he's West African, Benin. He's from Benin. She said the uncle said, just go ahead and go through the courts. They're not going to talk to Simon about that. She said during her first marriage, she felt like she was going through the divorce with somebody. So that was Cordell. We saw that on TV too, how that was handled. Um, so the next scene we have Angela shows up at her property. We see her. She's dressed in her little workout clothes, but she's getting in her Sandy Springs house together, and she's carrying a bunch of stuff in the house and everything. Charles pulls up a few minutes later. She's saying after the heavy lifting is done, so they're joking. He pulls up and he's looking around the house, kind of exploring, making sure everything's right, criticizing a little bit. And then confessional Angela tells us that Charles and she went through a rough spot when they first got married because Charles is teasing her about they spend like $3,000 a month on therapy. She's saying it's not that much, but she still needs her therapy. So she says that when they first got married, Charles was thrown out of a Knicks game by the owner. And we remember that was pretty big news. The same family, the Dolans, that owned the Knicks also owned Madison Square Garden. Charles got into it with one of the sons and they kicked him out. So she said that took a toll on their marriage, and she said that she couldn't fix him, and so they lived apart. So that was kind of I didn't get the whole deal about why they had to live apart because something happened in the public eye. So I was a little bit confused about that. One thing I'm noticing is that as we're getting to know these ladies, when they go in their confessional, they'll tell us a story or something that has happened, and sometimes it won't make exact sense. So I'm looking forward to getting to know the three of them, more of them as we go on. So the next scene we show Kelly in a confessional. She's getting ready and getting dressed. She's wearing some kind of Madonna type bra thing, and we find out that she is going to have her Balmain, which is a luxury retailer. They're going to allow her to sell some stuff in the store and contribute to her. I won't try to say the name, but it's the brittle bones disease that her three daughters have. So before I throw it over to Sassy, I would want to ask, I'll start with Drop the T. Drop the T, what did you think about any of the scenes that I just talked about? Either Charles and Diane or Shamia and her sisters. What did you think about that?
I like the scene with her and her sisters. I like how Shamia can be vulnerable with them. And and talk to them where when she's with the rest of the girls, she has to be kind of, more like she's more upbeat and like the life of the party. But when she's with them, she really tells her true feelings to me. She, really talks to her sisters. I think that, with the things that's going on with her daughter, I think that's kind of taking a little toll on her to me. So yeah, so I really liked it, that scene. What you think, Sassy?
I think
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that it was Sassy, I'll go and then you can just take it on home.
Okay.
I think that Shamia, I'm glad that she has her sisters because it's a lot of women who, like Britt earlier said, her and her sisters don't get along. So it was very nice to see that she had her sisters to lean on. I like seeing that. I think that made good TV. And then Charles and Angela, he's a jokester. And I mean, I hope that he's a jokester all the time and he's not really like a asshole. But he seems like he's somebody fun to be around. So I enjoy him too when he comes on. And that's about it for me for that. Sassy, you can go ahead and tell us how you feel about it.
Well, I enjoyed seeing Angela work in her element. The house is absolutely beautiful. She did a great job. That's going to be a beautiful home for someone. I enjoyed Shamia's story. It's good to see some realness, and seeing that, she just had an ectopic pregnancy. Her husband wants more children. Her concern is, are they going to have medical issues? I feel like Shiloh's issues had to do with being born early. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't think it has anything because Shyla is perfect. So,
Right.
and Shiloh is perfect as well in her own way. So I feel like she's looking too much in it, but I get her concerns. And when let's see what else. Oh, you talked about Portia, Miss Diane, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Listen, Miss
about.
Diane, to me, I feel like they're making this more than what it really is.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
feel like they're trying to force
A
a issue,
storyline.
yeah, or they're trying to force a issue between Portia and Shamia. They're trying to make it look like that, Shamia is more light. I mean, I think they're equally light. And
I was about to say that's a stretch. I don't think she's
yeah,
more like.
I think she could be more light. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? In
Yeah.
her character, if she keeps being who she is and raw and uncut, to me, that's how she's acting. Sometimes with Portia, you don't know what you're getting. Sometimes you might get the truth. Sometimes you might not.
Right.
You think
I
Portia
mean,
is? You think Portia is jealous, or that she thinks Shamia came on and trying to be Queen Bee,
no,
or other people's
I don't
pushing
think
that?
I don't
I don't
I
think
don't
she is,
think
but
that.
Miss Diane seemed a little threatened. You think Miss Diane
Yeah. I
thinks
think
that?
it has to do with the people around her
Yeah.
forming this
Hmm.
narrative, and Portia is falling for it. That's what
Right.
I
So,
feel.
so
Yeah.
you think that Miss Diane felt threatened because she told her daughter that a dog that bring a bone is will carry a
But
bone? Because I told
I
my
but the
do,
daughter
thing
because
that.
of it
I
is,
didn't see
I
it as a
never felt
bone.
threatened when I told my
I
daughter
didn't
that.
see it as a bone either.
That's true. I didn't
Yeah.
see it as a bone. I think Miss Diane was starting something, and I don't know why. She tried. She said,
How is
"I
that?
know this
What do
has
you mean you
always
didn't
been
see
your
that as a
friend."
bone? That is a bone. Whenever somebody comes and tells you that somebody said something about you, that is bringing a bone. Whether she's your friend and she's telling you because she doesn't want it to get back to you, or she feels like she needs to protect you, that is bringing a bone.
No, she said,
Well,
"Go
see, to
ask her."
me,
When
my
Kelly
my
asked,
my thing of it is, I feel like a bone is being mischievous. When you come to me, if you come to me and tell me something, I ain't gonna say you bringing a bone, but if you come and tell me some real tea or something, like, I'm like, hey, girl, I enjoy that bone.
That's
Pass the
called that's
baton.
bringing a bone.
That's just my
Anytime somebody
but
interpretation of
Kelly
it.
removes
asked the
something from a
same question.
conversation, that's bringing a bone. It don't got to
No,
be
Kelly's
bad.
question was, "Why did she take that lady husband?"
Uh huh.
Shamia told her to ask Portia, and she
Yeah.
did
And
ask
she
her.
still
So
went
I
back
don't know
and
how that was a
told,
bone.
and she still went back and told her friend, right? Did she
And
not
she,
go
yeah,
tell
yeah,
Portia that?
she was supposed to. So I don't know what Miss Diane meant. She wasn't supposed to tell her.
It's
That's
like
the
it's
part that's
something
confusing.
missing.
It
Huh?
It's
is.
like it's something missing. Like it was more than that. To me, bringing a
Exactly.
bone had to be more than that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Portia
It's
said
like,
that it
Hmm.
was a lot more said than just that. She did say that.
oh, okay.
And it probably was
So
a lot
that's
more said
yeah,
than what we saw. They were at the table. Y'all think they
yeah.
was at the table for 5 minutes? There
Hmm.
was some
No,
more stuff said that Portia said that at the table with the girls. So we don't know what all was said, but that
yeah.
is bringing a bone. If we have a conversation and I go tell somebody what you said, right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm still running back telling what somebody said. If we having a conversation, wherever we have our conversation should stop right there. You
I
shouldn't
guess
get
when
up
I
to the
look at it
table
this
and go
way,
tell
if
somebody
me and
else.
you are cool friends,
But
and
if
you
it's your
come and you
friend,
tell
but if
me,
it's your friend,
Reputation, carrying
but
a
if it's your
bone is
friend,
repeating something to a person that wasn't part of the original conversation. How come everybody doesn't already know that's what carrying a bone is? It doesn't mean
I don't
whether it's
know.
good or bad. It means you wasn't there and I came back and told you what was said.
okay, well, okay.
Well,
So her mother was right. She was bringing a bone. And sometimes you don't need to
yeah.
bring bones. If you want to tell that girl, Kelly, hey, that's something you need to take up with Portia, then it should stop right there. And then Kelly
That's what
went
But
she
you
and
know
told
did.
what?
Portia.
That's what
And
No,
she
she
then
did,
didn't.
if
though.
Sandra P. She went
and
and told
then if
Portia the
she hadn't have
conversation.
told her, Portia would have had an issue with that. Miss
She would
Diane
have.
Well,
would have
then
had
let
an
her
issue
have
with
an
Miss
that.
issue
Diane
with
would have
that.
too.
I'm not saying that Portia wouldn't have had an issue one way or the other.
Mhm.
What I said was her mother didn't say anything wrong. And she wasn't being messy or feeling threatened because she said if somebody brings a bone, that's not being threatened. That's telling your child the truth. I've told my children that. If your friend is coming back
I think
telling
Miss Diane was being messy.
said about
Mm-hmm.
you, then you might need to watch them. I did tell my daughter that. If you that's supposed to be your friend, she shouldn't even be coming back telling you what they said. Why does she need to tell you what other people said? If somebody want to say something to me, let them come say it to me. How many times do I tell y'all? Don't come telling me what nobody said about me. Let them come tell me if they big and bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that she was not supposed to tell her. Y'all got to understand. I'm talking about
Yeah, that's the part I
Miss
don't get.
Diane. That's what I'm talking about. I said, as a mom, Sandra P said that she felt like Miss Diane felt threatened because she told Portia that if somebody bring a bone, and I said, I don't feel like that lady felt threatened. I feel like as a mom, that's her job. How does she feel threatened because she said that?
This is why I say that. I think Miss Diane wants Portia to be Queen Bee, and if somebody else might threaten Portia's position of being Queen Bee, she has a problem with it, and she wants Portia to have a problem with it too. And if Shamia is the threat to that, I think that Miss
How is
Diane
she
is
a
going to make
threat?
sure Portia
The
handles
only
it.
reason why she's a
Because
threat is because there's fans like y'all pitting them against each other.
I'm
I
not
think
pitting them against
Portia's
each
jealous.
other. I'm
I
no,
think
I'm
Miss
not pitting them
Diane is
against each other.
threatened. Oh, this one is that. Those people are friends. They faking the funk for all of us for
I'm
TV.
not pitting them against each other, but I think Portia wants to cut the now let's go back. Portia left the show because she had got married. She's going to live her married life, but she wanted to come back and not talk about any of the underlying issues as far as how
Mm-hmm.
she even picked Fallon's pocket for the man. So Portia is kind of upset that this stuff is even coming up. So the question that Kelly asked, and she did come out too hot first episode at
Yes.
the risk of people
I
not
thought we was
liking
talking
Kelly.
about
And
Shamia and
Kelly's
Portia.
growing on me. Kelly's growing on me. But now that Shamia is getting all this attention, I think that Portia might have a problem with it. There are some fans that do like to fan those flames. I'm not one of them. I like Portia and I like Shamia too. But I feel like Miss Diane, there was something in that conversation that I didn't like.
Yeah. I felt like it was something. In my opinion, I felt like we. I know Portia said it was more, but I felt like the conversation there was a cut, and we didn't get it. Which
Right.
I
That's how I
understand.
feel.
Now we do know Miss Diane want her daughter to be the queen bee. I'm
I,
just gonna tell you
Yeah.
mhm.
that's just the way it's gonna be. Okay,
Everybody
and
probably would want their
yeah,
child to be the queen bee,
true. But if
right?
I know my daughter and this and Shamia have been friends since high school,
Mm-hmm.
I would want them both to be queen bee. You know what I'm saying? I want them both to rise together because to me, both of them they the bomb. But
But
it
who's
is
to
what
say
it
Miss
is.
Diane doesn't want that?
Child, I know Miss Diane. Okay,
You
when some
do?
of the
I
stuff
didn't
she
know
done
you knew
said
that,
in the back
lady.
in the day, I ain't know her like that, but I know some of the stuff she said in the past. That's enough for me to know. Okay,
I just feel like it's the viewers who trying to make a
and
problem between Portia and Shamia. I don't really feel like those girls have a problem. And this stuff was filmed a long time ago.
mm-hmm,
So the feelings and emotions that the viewers have, they putting it into the show. Oh, this happened
Mhm.
yeah,
because they jealous. This happened because them people wasn't even having no problem when they first started filming. The problems came
mm-hmm,
later, allegedly, with their
true.
friends, right? Allegedly, their friends was the problem. Going back and forth, carrying the bone.
Well, we all got our opinions, and
Right.
like
Yeah, of
I
course we
say,
do.
Yeah,
But we
when we
still
supposed to.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what makes us all
listen.
different.
If I thought I was gonna get up here with
Chronicles
three
of Kim
women
K.
that was gonna agree with me, what would be the purpose? How
child,
boring
Right.
we
would
ain't
that be?
thinking. We listen. We talk junk, and
How
like I
boring
said,
would that be?
I say Miss Diane is a shit star.
Man, how boring would
I
that
thought she
be?
was in this scene. I did. I thought she was in this scene.
I believe Portia
A
is
shit
loving.
stirrer.
Let's see,
She
Portia and her
been
mother.
shit stirring back in the day. She's still stirring this pot, and it's stinking
Child Danielle, Portia been showing up late forever. It ain't nothing new.
forever. This
If
ain't
it
nothing
was
new.
new, if this was something she never been doing, then I would say. But
But
Portia been
Portia been
showing up
late.
late.
Portia must have been born late, child.
I think she was. She been late long as I know Portia.
And let me tell y'all, none of us get our feelings hurt up here. This is what we
Show
do.
don't.
We are
Patricia
friends to the.
Patricia T made a good point.
Uh-huh.
Read Patricia T's last her comment.
She said, Miss Diane telling her daughter to watch the person who is carrying the bone is something we all should tell our children. My question would have been, what
To
To
Kelly.
to
Kelly.
Kelly? What did
What
you
did you
say?
say?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
that was my point. That's my whole point. There's nothing
I
wrong
get
with Miss
what you
Diane
saying.
telling
I get what you saying.
Miss Diane telling
And
her
I
daughter
understand the bone thing. When I look at the
that.
bone, when me and you talking, I ain't carrying no bone. I'm just telling you what's up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
mean,
it is carrying
but
the
if
bone though,
I'm
because
going to somebody else and
if I wasn't
and
part of
we
the
wasn't
conversation,
friends,
mm-hmm.
yeah, and I'm telling something else that we ain't cool like that, oh, then I'm definitely carrying the bone. But
Mm-hmm.
I understand your definition. But
Right.
my friend, I'm telling you, girl, listen,
Watch out.
I ain't like what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But just
all.
for the record, I want to know if somebody is talking about me. I would like to know what the person said, whether you bring the bone, not bring the bone, whatever.
Well,
It
if
just
I'm
makes it
your
awkward if you
friend,
don't, and
I
it
don't
comes up
think
later.
I don't
It
think
makes
if
it
I'm your
awkward.
friend, anybody should be comfortable enough to sit around me and talk about you in the first place.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because you, first of all, you ain't gonna get the word out. I'll be like, you know,
Why would
that's my
anybody
girl.
feel that comfortable to
No.
sit around my friend and talk about me?
So I'm gonna tell you like this. Don't, cause I tell people all the time that y'all, you know, we cool. Don't think you good enough to come over here and talk, cause you ain't. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a problem, you need to go to her. But you ain't got no issue. You ain't got no right coming over in this corner thinking that it's okay to talk about my
That's
friend
true.
or
Right.
my sister or never, because I'm gonna cut you off right then. And if I allow somebody to do that, then I have to question that person.
Mm-hmm.
And why you allowing them to do that? I thought we were cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know what they were saying. Well, you know it's not true, so why would you allow it? So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the kind of friend I am. You ain't gonna come over there and talk about me or my
Right.
friend,
I
and you
ain't
Mm-hmm.
think
gonna lie.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
allow
agree.
it.
You
Yeah,
you
I
better
don't
not
want
think
them to
you're
get the
gonna feel that
words out.
comfortable to be talking about my friends in front of me anyway. So no.
and if I even know something that's not even their character, I be like, that's not her. She don't do that. That my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I know my friends to the point where when she was doing that, I said, well, nah, she did that. It's because you did something to her.
And
Mm-hmm. What
that
did
You
you
really
know what
do?
I'm
is
saying?
sassy. That really is sassy. When I say if she feel like somebody is of good character and maybe you misjudged them or something, she gonna let you know. Remember, sassy, you had to get me too. We ain't
Yep.
gonna say about what, but remember,
Yep.
yeah.
I had to tell.
And
I
it
had
was
to tell
and it was
TikTok.
life changing too. And how
Yeah.
about if I hadn't listened to you? You see what I'm saying? But you
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
a woman enough to be like, nah, nah, that ain't it. She's sweet.
Nope.
That's not it. And
No. Cause
yeah.
I was like, girl,
Mm-hmm. That's not
Cause
it
this
for
thing
her.
right, that thing right there is
Mm-hmm.
bullheaded sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
is,
is.
it is, it
Oh, where'd she go?
So where did she go? She didn't drop
Let's wait till she get back. That was the end of that scene. Sassy starts where they probably either Kelly's
Yeah,
confessional or like the fundraiser.
They
yeah.
talk
So they're
smack
all
about
at the fundraiser. The girls come in, they look cute. Of course, you know, it's at Bolliman. And she says it's one of her favorite places. And, you know, Bolliman is kind of expensive. So
it.
to raise the money that they raised was pretty good. Kenya and all the girls and mamas was dressed alike. I thought that was very cute.
Yeah.
Um, what was funny to me is when Cynthia walked in and Brooklyn started pulling on her wig.
She did.
You said, Brooklyn, don't pull out.
Like
These
she
kids,
twisted it. She twisted
yes,
it.
these kids giving me life. The one with
I
the
love them.
food and now the one that pulling the wig. I am enjoying the kids. You hear
Baby, I
me?
love that
Mm-hmm.
baby. He said, we do not eat like this on the regular.
So, you know, Kelly is saying, you know, explain what OI is. And she was saying 3 of her daughters had it, and she explained, she had to stay in Baltimore over a month because they felt she was abusing her child, and it come to find out that a doctor just looked in her eyes and say, "Oh, she has, osteo imperfecta," and and so they got to go home. But all 3 of her children, and most of the time that's from their dad's side. So with the
Okay.
mutation of the gene. But anyway, I thought that was good. Now Angela, she comes in, and Shamia's already there working the room. Shamia looked at Angela and put her nose in.
She said,
Y'all so sassy. I don't know what to
She said,
she
in her
did.
nose. She did, guys. She said, I
She
ain't like the
started
way
it.
she rubbed me. She started at her
She started
party.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she didn't like the way she did it. And so she could take her smush Michael Jackson, Latoya Jackson nose.
She did tell that woman she looked like Latoya Jackson. I was done.
say.
I
Yeah,
didn't
she did.
understand
And
that one.
then Kelly's like, yeah, she do kind of look like Latoya Jackson.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That shit was funny. Oh my God, I was laughing. But anyway, they get to talking, and uh, Angela's like, hey, Shamia, in her confessional, she was like, I felt like we got off on the wrong foot and this and that. My thing of it is, why is she so destitute to be friends with Shamia?
Right.
What is the issue?
Just tell me
Um,
one time only.
yeah.
Show me.
And if your presence the first time made a bad first impression,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and that gives Shamia all the right in the world to say, let me watch you. You know what I'm saying? Because you came to my house, I invited you to my birthday party, and you snubbed me.
That's
You
right.
know, and so I get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So they get into their little name calling. She called her 1985 nose. She called her Flavor Flav, which I did not like.
Mm-mm.
I feel like that was a low
Charm.
blow.
Very low.
That's the first thing people do. And like we discussed before, they want to go to the darkest, ugliest thing they can find
Mm-hmm.
just to throw
Mm-hmm.
you up under the bus.
Yep.
And then in her confessional, she tried to clean it up. I mean, he was the hype man, so she's the hype woman. Nah, ho, you know what you were doing. You know
Mhm.
exactly what you were saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so they get into it. Kelly did say, look, we got kids here. Okay. Y'all need to chill. All right. Cynthia then pulls Portia to the back. She talks to Portia. She said, I just wanted to see how you were doing. She said, I know a divorce. Hers wasn't as public, but Portia's is public. And I know that this has got to be hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a nice gesture for Cynthia to do that. Um, Here come Drew coming in with that. I don't know what kind of hairstyle that was, but that wasn't no go naked hair. That was go flaky hair. Okay. And she comes in, and Kenya was like, go talk to Portia. Stop pushing the issue. Let these women talk on their time. You
Mm-hmm.
got kids here. This is a fundraiser. This is why I say Kenya don't know how to read the room. She just do stupid stuff. If Portia and that girl get to talking, it's gonna be a throwdown up in Ballman.
Right.
You know, because Portia's already pissed off at her. Let Portia cool down to the point they can have a conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
Drew comes in. She's like, I'm not talking to her right now. She said, I seen her big butt. I know where she is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, these women are tripping tonight. So, pretty much they were just all having little slick words to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what y'all thought about it. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny as all get out, which Mia snuck her nose in like that. Baby, I almost peed on myself. Yeah, she started it. Angela started it. So, do y'all think this is a question that eventually they might come to a place where they might like each other? Because I don't, I
They
see
could.
Shamia as,
They
They
showed it.
definitely, they definitely could come to a place,
yeah,
but they
Y'all
haven't
didn't see the
yet.
sneak peek. Y'all didn't see the
yeah,
sneak peek. Y'all didn't see the sneak peek.
uh-uh,
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, okay, I won't tell y'all. No.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think they can come together. I like Angela Oakley. I like Shamia. And they
I do
haven't done
too.
anything terrible to each other. When we do
Uh-uh,
silly stuff like that, and I'm gonna give Shamia some grace. She's going through a lot of stuff. The little girl just
Oh,
had her
she
yeah,
tonsils and all that. So she did come in a little, she threw the
hot,
first shot. But
they going. They
Angela,
gonna
I'll
make
let
that.
her clean it up as far as she said Flavor Flav being a hype man and all that. But my thoughts
yeah,
were she was trying to think of a dark skinned person and compare Shamia
mm-hmm,
to. If she says she's not, I'll take her at her word. But I think
But
yeah,
they can still have fun shade with each other and be funny and then get,
yeah,
back together as friends. Because they're
okay.
just getting to
Mhm.
know each other.
yeah,
Yeah, but Shamia is going through a lot. But the upcoming they didn't show the sneak peek. She's gonna bring an olive branch and some olive oil and apologize to her to Angela.
Okay.
okay,
I like to hear that. They're grown women. They're
They,
going to get into it and then make
yeah,
up. That's good.
yeah, she's
Okay,
gonna.
y'all, let me address this question that was going on when Sassy was talking. Chronicles of Kim K
uh-huh,
says the bone terminology is a negative connotation in her opinion. Telling your friend what was said isn't carrying a bone. Folks that carry bones are trying to get the party started. There's a difference. So I have a question for Chronicles of Kim K.
mm-hmm,
Say that Shamia had already told Portia, right, about what happened before her party. Then she told old girl to approach Portia at the party. So suppose Portia decided she going to drag her across the floor like she dragged Kenya. Is it still not negative? Because nobody knows how anybody's going to act when you take them information. So nobody knows if it's negative or positive until the person that you told the business reacts. So that kind of washes your negative connotation away because it can go one way or the other. You never know how somebody's going to react when you tell them something. It all depends on the information and the attitude of the person when they receive that information, how they output that information. Portia ain't
mm-hmm,
always Portia ain't always calm like she was. She ain't always
mm-mm.
been. We done seen Portia drag Kenya right on across the floor for a second.
Trashy get raw, raw,
Okay, so we already know.
yeah, okay,
You
I
asking me
think
what
their
I
portion. Their
hold
portion.
on. They asked me what I would do in Shamia's shoes. We're not talking about what Shamia's shoes is. I'm gonna say this for the last time. We're talking about what carrying a bone is. I would have did the same thing for my friend. That does not make Miss Diane a threat or feel, mean that she threatened. That's what I said. Telling your child that, watch people that's carrying a bone don't mean you feel threatened. That means you're looking out for your child. I've done that to my own child.
mm-hmm,
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm saying that Miss Diane, just because she said that, don't mean she threatened. That means she's looking out for her baby. And that's what we're supposed to do. Miss D said it wasn't about the bone comment for her. It's Diane saying, I know she's been your friend since high school, but
yeah,
I
that
agree with
that
D. It's like she's trying to
yeah.
throw some kind of salt in their
that
friendship.
right
That
there is
right there
bait.
was
Diane
got
wants to
me.
be Miss Diane wants to be the friend. And I found that clip of Cordell saying that she was eating a pepperoni pizza, not on his bed, but on his cream chairs. But Miss Diane likes to insert herself into a situation and live through Portia. I'm not gonna get too much on Miss Diane, but I see something in her, and it's
What is the problem
sometimes
with pepperoni
negative
pizza?
for Portia.
What happened
Oh,
with the
Miss
pepperoni
Diane,
pizza? She
Oh,
ate the
girl,
Cordell
you
was
pepperoni.
ain't
telling. I gotta find that clip.
child.
Cordell was telling Peter And the mother, he said,
She
I
ate
wasn't even
pepperoni
home.
pizza on his couch. I saw it.
Yeah, on his cream color couch. Miss Diane is, I'm not,
Oh,
let me not
did
call.
he say she put grease on it or something?
No, but while she's sitting in this man's bedroom on his cream chairs and he's not
I
home,
don't know,
Miss
Chad.
Diane feels like
I ain't
whatever
going in their
Portia,
bedroom and eat no pizza. I'm
yeah,
going to the table.
Miss Diane
I
feels like
know.
she looked like she trying to live through Portia. Whatever Portia's doing, Miss Diane gonna be right there, and she got next as a friend. It's like she almost, maybe she was always jealous of Shamia as Portia's close friend.
Oh,
Maybe I just saw something in the conversation I didn't like. I don't think I'm reading too much into
Yeah,
it.
when she
I
said that,
just saw
but
something
that
in it.
right
Yeah,
there made me
but
think of
I know
just
that's your
being
friend,
messy.
but
Yeah, that if she had to say that's your friend, and just be careful of who's the one
Miss Sweet
who's
said throw
carrying the
down the
phone.
bone.
That'd be different.
Miss Sweet don't had enough of the bone. We just gonna have a different viewpoint on it.
Yeah,
Miss
we just
Sweet,
have
we
a
just
different
don't,
viewpoint.
this week gonna be
not
all
gonna see
right.
eye to eye on that.
And this Mars sweet, she be all right.
When I learn how to do a poll, I'm gonna put a poll up. Y'all know I know how to do it.
All you gotta do is hit them three little dots,
Diane's concerned about Shamil on the show. I can see that, Dot Willie.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think they're into it, and you think that Shamia and Portia are not best of friends how they were before because of the show now?
They're
They
not.
It
say they're
seems
not.
so. Candy said that, and I don't know why Candy brought that to one of her platforms, but Candy did say that maybe they're not as close, but they can't reveal the season, so we wouldn't really know that yet. People just
Yeah, that's
speculating.
true.
We don't
Portia
know.
said that no, they are not as close as they used to be. Drop the T. She came out after Candy and said that Candy wasn't wrong. They're not as close as they used to be, and it's because things took a turn on the show. That's what she said.
Took a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's gonna. Cause the sneak peek they showed it was okay. We'll see then.
So I don't know. I hope their relationship ain't severed. But I do see
I hope
like
not
this
either, because
week
they've been
I
friends
saw
for years.
Yeah.
Portia hanging out with Bread and they're hanging out with Kelly.
Kenya is not happy about that, baby.
He's not. Yeah. You go through different stages in the friendship.
But I don't know why Kenya's so mad. Her and Portia ain't never been friends.
No,
I know.
She don't Portia all that woman.
After she done drug her.
They ain't never been friends before.
I wouldn't want to be a friend.
Britt is a new peach, and Kenya holds Britt responsible for Kenya being paused, even though that's Kenya's fault. The way she responded was her own fault. But I think she feels a sense of disloyalty, maybe, for Portia.
Yeah.
That's true too, Miss Z. Says something could be something else that we don't know.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, as a parent, I'm telling you, you don't just warn your children for nothing, child. I'm trying to tell you. I know I had to do that with my daughter. It turned out I was right when I warned her. I was like, I don't like this girl, or something ain't right. You need to be careful with this one. And what happened? They ain't friends no more. Mama knows best. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all better stop.
Yes.
We got intuition like no other.
For me, it's not about the reaction. That's her best friend. She was informing her best friend what's being said among women. She knew her best friend was going to be around. Had she not, that's a problem.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Kim, Chronicles of Kim K. Listen, if you're my best friend, then I don't want a bitch to be comfortable enough to speak my motherfucking name if I ain't in the room.
That's why she said, y'all need to talk to Portia about that. Why would
That's
you even
my best friend
that,
better roll. That she don't even feel comfortable enough to open her mouth to speak on why I took somebody's husband or not.
Well, let's get back to Kelly then. Okay. How did Kelly Tootsie Roll out of this when she was the one came in with the messy question? And now people are mad at Shamia and Kelly growing on me. But how did Kelly Tootsie Roll out of that? Explain that.
She Tootsie rolled out of it.
She did. Now people mad at Shamia, or why did Shamia do that? Or,
she shimmied her way on out of there.
Yeah, that was Kelly. Why did she take that lady husband? She said at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
different scenes.
I want to know.
Squibby's got a good question. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see what Squib is.
Where did it go?
There we go. Did Drew need permission from Portia to work or just telling her, I don't need permission. Informing her fulfills the respect part. Simon is
Uh-huh.
Nigerian from Benin State.
State.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did she
he's
need permission
Nigerian.
from Portia? I don't know if she needed permission from Portia or if they needed to have a conversation and to
There it
work,
is.
meaning work for music. She didn't need her permission for that. But I wouldn't
Mhm.
personally, on a platform that I share with her, I wouldn't bring her baby daddy to film with me.
Right.
I find my
I
own
wouldn't sneak and
storyline.
do nothing like that. That's
Yeah, I wouldn't sneak
disrespectful.
and do it. No.
Nah.
I
No.
don't think it's the permission part. I just the respect part.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
I'm definitely. What if I seen a project with one of y'all, your husband or your ex-husband? You think I'm just gonna do it and not inform you? That's disrespectful.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
You know better.
I mean, I hate to
Miss
say
Z
it, but I
said
just
she
don't.
didn't.
I just don't want to do it. I don't.
Mm.
I don't want to do it. Sorry, I don't want to do it.
Miss
Yeah,
Z still
man.
got Kelly in her sights. Okay. Kelly growing
Yeah,
on me,
Your
y'all. I
well,
have to
husband.
say that.
Mm-mm. If y'all
She was
broke
messy
up or
though. She
whatever,
messy.
then it ain't for me to put them on. Mm-mm.
yeah,
It ain't my thing to do.
I get it.
That's
I
all
get it.
now.
And I think it was very good this time. I
There was a
really
lot
do.
going on. Yeah. A lot
Yeah,
happened in the episode.
it was. And there's a lot of things that didn't make sense. Maybe they'll bring it in, hone it in,
Hmm.
in the next couple of episodes so it can make sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure, hope so.
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, it was
Exactly.
a good episode. And things just keep
it
getting better.
was.
Y'all got any last thoughts?
Just,
I do.
congratulations to them because they up to almost 3 million views through
Wow.
Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs and it's just continuously growing in the numbers. So congratulations to the ladies. They're doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all promoting the show. They're all doing a lot of press. And so that's
Yeah.
that's really good. They're really putting in the work. So I like
Yeah.
to see it.
They definitely
Yeah.
are.
Hmm.
What about you, Drop the T?
Um. I'm just trying to think here. I just think that well, we know Married to Medicine gonna be mad, mad about the ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta, so we know that already.
Hmm.
But I think that it's a lot of competition on the show, where everybody is in competition, and I think a lot of people won't want to be Shamia friends because of the money she has, the connect she has, and that's why I think Angela was trying so hard to get in there, to get in there to with Shamia. Shamia got connections, and I think Angela wants to be her friend so she can get some of those connects. Um, and I think Portia is feeling a little bit not easy about everybody wanting to be Shamia friend to me. I think she's kind of feeling a little left out to me. That's my thoughts.
I don't know. Maybe it's because she's going through a divorce, and like she said, she had others people to go through it with her. But it is what it is. We're gonna see more because I know old Simply
Hmm.
Simon gonna have some more to say, honey.
Well, her and you
So
should try to be good. They both going through a divorce. They should try to work together. You know.
Yeah, maybe
but
they
Drew
will.
sneaky.
And Kelly too. Kelly's got a lot going on with her
Yeah.
About Kelly.
her
All three of them.
soon to be her ex-husband.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they should come together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, it's been real up here with y'all. Thank y'all for
Yes.
hanging out. I don't know why I just got chills. Yes, Capricorn flower. I sure, I sure
There it
am.
is.
Well, there it is,
There go
y'all.
the young. There it is.
It's number two. No,
I got me
number
sneezing.
two.
Uh-huh.
And then
I
the
am.
eyes are getting real heavy. Look at them.
So
Look at them.
listen, I
China.
wanted to thank everybody for being here tonight. All the mods from each channel. We appreciate
Hmm.
y'all
Yes.
so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
All the members. We appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for being here. And don't forget that we are in January 2026 coming together, and we will be going to Jamaica. All right. And if you want to go with us, you will have to be a member for at least 60 days with either Sassy Tea, Drop the Tea, or myself. Sandra, do you have membership yet?
Not yet. No, I do not. I'm
Okay.
24 away from a personal goal. So by the end of
Mhm.
the month, if you're not subscribed over there, please do so. And I appreciate everyone that stops by and gives a like. But subscribe
Yeah,
if you're not. Thank you.
Right.
it's
Yeah.
free.
So
Yes.
if you're a member to myself, Drop the Tea or Sassy Tea for at least 60 days, you will be eligible for the trip, and we will be checking the ladies' memberships. We're gonna have to show receipts. Um, what else? It's gonna be announced by the end of the month, and everybody will have a flyer to share on their channel. So if it's something
Mm-hmm.
that you think you want to do, you want to hang out with the flight catchers, okay?
Right.
Mhm.
Shout out to Sassy T for the name, all right? Flight catchers.
That's right.
Well,
Like
we are the
catches
flight
and
catchers.
company, baby.
Yes,
Yes.
and when y'all come, y'all will be our company. So if y'all want to go,
Mhm.
come go with the flight catchers and company, because we will
Yes, yes,
be
yes.
going out. All right. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Did I have any other announcements? I think that was it, y'all. Just thanks for
Yeah,
hanging out with us, and yeah,
we
have a
appreciate
good
y'all.
night, guys.
Good
Good
night. Thank you.
night.
Here.
Right.
We are out of here because I am
Yes,
tired.
I'm going to bed. I got to work in the morning.
Same. I got an early morning too.
Yes, I do too.
Everybody got an early morning tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I get up
Yes.
at 4 a.m., baby. And 4 a.m.
Woo-hoo.
become a
You
bad
be on when I be going to work. I be listening.
You mean who?
4 a.m.
Who?
Tea
Yeah, I'll
talk.
be up.
Oh yeah, Tea Talk be on early.
Mhm.
I will be
Mm-hmm.
doing my side chick chronicles tonight again.
Okay.
All right now.
Not the side chick
Good
chronicles.
night,
All right.
everybody. Thank you.
Night, night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Shit, different day, I be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away, hop a train, hop a flight, and ride. Tonight, I gotta break free. My job, those I'll be working minors. I put that phone, oh no, do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. When I go with confidence, when I go live around like hips and take my sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go, you can go slow, wind it up all night.